This scary video is presented by Italian YouTube user Simone De Botte, who recounts his grandmother's unsettling encounters with strange and unexplainable events in her home. According to her, the TV spontaneously turns on, windows open without cause, and she frequently hears unexplained voices emanating from various areas within the house. Although Simone initially maintains a degree of skepticism about his grandmother's claims, he agrees to spend a night at her house while she's away. Not anticipating much, he soon finds himself hearing creepy sounds within the residence. What unfolds next is genuinely bizarre.
Allora, sono a casa di mia nonna. Allora, non so se sentite, praticamente sono a casa di mia nonna da solo e non so se sentite, ci sono un sacco di rumori che vengono da di sopra, qui e lì. Allora, vabbè, buio pesto. No, vabbè, la luce non va. Aspetta, devo mettere.
Upon discovery that, for an inexplicable reason, the lights upstairs are malfunctioning, Simone grabs a flashlight and cautiously ascends the stairs, drawn towards the source of the unsettling sounds permeating the house.
A parte che c'è un gran rumore di vento e mi sto cagando in mano solo per quello. E quindi... adesso sembra che ha smesso tutto quanto. Ragazzi, mi sto cagando in mano. È aperta la finestra da sola. No, vabbè. No, vabbè. No, vabbè.
Simone finds himself completely alone in the house. Yet he is startled as he hears a window and closet door open seemingly on their own. Slowly, the realization dawns upon him that everything his grandmother had been complaining about is now unfolding right before his eyes.
No, vabbè, ragazzi, io sono terrorizzato, ma proprio nel... no, vabbè. Direi che vado via, perché nei film consiglio sempre questa cosa qua. Quindi non sono più stupido. Ti giuro, vi giuro, non riesco neanche a parlare oggi, perché praticamente... no, vabbè, aspetta. Oh no, vabbè, il letto è fatto. Gli sportelli sono aperti. E il letto... cioè prima il letto non era così. Era... non ho la voce, ve lo giuro. Non ho la voce. Ok, no, ora vado. Mi sembra il caso di proseguire con questa cosa, non so come. Ok, il vaso non era lì. Questo vaso non era lì. Non era assolutamente lì.
A chandelier begins to swing back and forth autonomously, and as Simone is about to leave, he discerns movement emanating from his grandmother's bedroom. Investigating further, he finds the bed covers meticulously arranged, as if someone had entered and made the bed. Moreover, all the cabinet doors are wide open. Suddenly, the doors shift once more, prompting Simone to decide to leave. However, inexplicably, a face now appears at the top of the stairs. Feeling unsettled, Simone hears more movement from the guest bedroom and decides to explore further. What transpires next is undeniably chilling. In a fleeting moment, a dark shadow is visible moving towards Simone as he peers into the room. Startled, he panics and hastily makes a run for it. Afterward, deciding to keep his distance from the house for the remainder of the night, Simone and his grandmother come to a revelation. The peculiar paranormal occurrences in her home appear to be linked to an old scarf that she won at a church raffle. With his grandmother's permission, Simone discards the scarf, and remarkably, the strange activity in her house comes to a complete halt over the following 7 days. This scary video features Louis from the YouTube channel Camper Vibe, who is accustomed to solitary nights in the woods. However, nothing could have equipped her for the eerie encounter unbeknownst to her. Choosing to camp in the infamous woods, renowned as one of the most haunted places in the UK, Louise's initially intended relaxing outing swiftly transformed into the most harrowing experience she had ever encountered.
There is a lot of noises in these woods. Sounds like kids screaming. That's just a train. Is it a bird or is it kids screaming? Honestly, I've never known a woods with so many strange noises. It's not just your normal birds and stuff and planes. There's a lot of planes. There's like this weird... Well, I don't really know how to describe it, but...
Attempting to savor her night in the woods, Louise found herself repeatedly disrupted by peculiar noises. Having never encountered anything of this nature before, an unsettling feeling gradually enveloped her. It became apparent to Louise that there was something distinctly amiss about these woods, and as it turned out, her intuition was indeed accurate.
I don't want to turn the light on because I'm pretty convinced there's been a person or persons. What the fuck? I've never wanted the morning to come as much as I do right now.
In the silence of the night, the audible presence of someone or something walking outside disturbed Louise. She attentively listened to the footsteps, discerning a heavy tread through the leaves, disturbingly close to where she lay. Suddenly, the footsteps ceased abruptly, as if whatever lurked outside was now standing motionless right beside her tent. A prolonged silence ensued, only to be shattered by the unnerving sound of something scratching against her tent, evoking a palpable sense of terror. Following this disturbing episode, an hour and 20 minutes elapsed before Louise was once again roused by noises, prompting her to summon the courage to investigate the source of the disturbance.
That's just the house. I didn't want to turn the light on earlier because I swear to God that was footsteps. That's just the house though. This is definitely the scariest night I've ever had in a tent.
Upon investigating, Louise discovered that whatever had been walking outside seemed to have vanished. Despite managing to agitate the crows, Louise grappled with the aftermath of this terrifying encounter during her solo camping expedition in the secluded woods. It marked the most frightened she had ever been while wild camping, and understandably so. Picture yourself lying in your tent, hearing footsteps encircling you in the darkness, uncertain if it's a mere prank or something more unsettling. Consider this. Would you be able to derive any enjoyment from a night like that alone in the profound obscurity of the woods? Personally, I wouldn't dare. This next scary video originates from the Japanese channel Fourth Wall. In this footage, one of the crew members cautiously enters a house situated on the outskirts of town, nestled at the foot of a mountain somewhere in Japan during late August 2023. Supposedly abandoned for the past 50 years, the house was once inhabited by a family of 5, an elderly father and 4 sons in their 40s. The property now belongs to a woman named Ray, and due to its remote location, information about the place is scant. Local residents claim that 25 individuals associated with this particular house were simultaneously reported dead. Despite the limited information, the cameraman ventures inside to capture footage, and the result is undeniably chilling. One of the sliding doors is observed rattling and moving on its own. Upon closer inspection, the cameraman finds nothing amiss. At this juncture, visibly shaken, he contemplates leaving. However, he resolves to press on, moving through the house to complete the recording. It is during this continued exploration that he encounters something significant. figure becomes visible, moving behind the glass, followed by a door sliding shut on its own. When the cameraman turns back, the figure has vanished completely. Approximately 3 months later, in mid-September 2023, a different cameraman visits the place to investigate. He, too, undergoes a similarly eerie experience. The cameraman captures a shadow figure behind one of the doors. However, upon investigating and opening the door, he finds nothing inside, reminiscent of the earlier sighting of a figure behind the glass. In response to these occurrences, he opts to set up night vision cameras throughout the house while staying vigilant. Over time, one of these cameras captures something eerie. Take a look. A creepy figure is observed slowly moving across the windows in one of the rooms, followed by a door opening by itself seconds later. The paranormal activity appears to intensify when someone is present in the house. Strangely, there have been no reported sightings of the father and 4 sons ever leaving the house, which is unusual for men in their 40s. This leads the cameraman to speculate that the ghosts might be waiting for visitors. Another investigation into the place is planned, offering the potential for more detailed